Good morning. Please remember to like and subscribe. Today we're going to be harvesting onions. You can see the tops are getting kind of falling over. They're drying out a little bit. Down towards the bottom of the stem here, it's getting papery. So that lets you know that it's time to harvest. And you can see they're in there with my basil that just went crazy this year. I didn't mean to plant that much basil. But the honeybees are loving it, so it's okay. So we will get these picked, and then I'll show you how to dry them out. Now to pick them, it's not a lot of rocket science here. You just grab them by the base and a little tug and they come right out. No damage. You can see shallow roots. And that one is ready to be hung up and dried. And you can see, I'm just going to put them up here to air dry. That way it has good ventilation from the top and the bottom. Air can really flow through. And they'll dry out in the afternoon sun and get all this moisture out here. And after like 1 to 2 weeks, these should be ready to store. And by drying them out, it ensures that we can store them for at least 3 to 6 months longer, depending on the variety that we're curing. This was my first year planting onions, and by the size, it looks like I planted too closely together. They didn't have enough room to really get any good size on them. But we still can make use of them. Next time, I'll just remember to plant them the appropriate distance apart to give them room to grow. Otherwise, you get these kind of pretty small onions. And that proper distance to plant them is going to be at least 4 to 6 inches apart. And then you want the rows at least 12 to 18 inches apart. And I just didn't do that this time, and I am paying the price. So make sure you have the space, because my rows weren't far enough apart, and they're showing it in their size. Okay, now alternatively, when you're drying these out, instead of just letting these dry out and go to waste, you can pick off the dead ones like this, cut these down here, like your clippers. Leave this to dry out in the sun and cure your onion. This you can put in your dehydrator or dry it out in the sun separately, and then put it in a grinder, and you got onion powder. And you can use that in your baking, your cooking, but that way you're not wasting it and you're making use of the whole plant. Okay. Okay, we're going to be cutting these onions, green onions, up from drying our onions, and we're going to be putting them on the dehydrator racks and then setting the dehydrator to either 135, 145, and usually 8 to 10 hours. Okay, now cutting these up is simple enough. All you want to do is just cut them so they fit on here either way. Not a lot to it. Want to make sure there's some space for air to go through on the dehydrator. And I like to get it sold up. It's going to be in there for 10 hours, so, and they're going to make room as they go as well. Grab another tray here. This is our top tray. And it goes pretty quick. We're just doing a few of them just to give you an example. And again, you want to probably get those dry parts off. You don't want that on there. And then once you're done, you'll have a finished powder. And I just put it in a coffee grinder or a food processor. And it looks like that. Use it as onion powder on your roasties, your burgers, whatever. Okay, now we're back at the dehydrator. I'm just going to simply put the lid on them. Make sure that's secure. And again, I don't like to keep monkeying around, so I usually just do it for 10 hours. I didn't get to show you the time, sorry. There you go. Temperature, I have it as 130. So 10 hours, 130. And it seems to do the trick. It'll dry out. You can see I did the same thing with the dill here. I need to cut it up and put it up. Peppers. All my little projects back here. And then once that is done, we'll go ahead and put it in a coffee grinder. It'll be ready to go. And enjoy. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.